Welcome back to my channel, guys. So in this, we're going to do part 2 of the first video where we did our decluttering. Hope this is interesting to you guys because I just don't know if it is. So we're going to start at the back here. We have the Ulta Avengers palette. I know, we talk about it. I mention it almost every time that I'm such a big nerd. I haven't used this palette recently, but just looking at it, I remember how much I love it, and I'm going to keep it this time. See if I can get some good looks out of it. See if the primer I have now can help it. We're going to let that one stick around. This little Ulta palette, it came with a free gift. It was a free gift. I'm going to get rid of it. Honestly, it does nothing for me. It's not terrible, but it just does nothing for me. I don't think I've even used it. The Modern Renaissance, you can see, she gets love. I haven't used it in a couple weeks, but I go through times where I'll use it 3 times a week and then times where I won't use it for a month. So that's definitely going to have to be one that stays. The Urban Decay Naked Heat palette. I've said it before, I'll say it again. This was my first high-end palette. It's another one that I'm never going to be able to part with this. This is going to stay forever. You got the Urban Decay Beached In palette. Once summer comes back around, this is such a good palette to have. I have to keep that. This is going to be a terrible video because y'all are going to be like, well, she's keeping everything. This Ofra Z palette. I really, really like this Ofra blush that it's got in it. And I like these eyeshadows for highlighters. They're really pretty little pops of color in the inner corner. That being said, I think this is going to go. I don't know if I'm going to empty it and keep the Z palette. If I do palette, I will definitely be holding on to this blush and maybe a couple of the eyeshadows, but most of it will be going. I'll probably put it in front of my kids first and see if it inspires either of them, though. Alright, the Urban Decay Distortion palette. Guys, I had to have this palette. I had to have it so much. I needed it so bad in my life, and I don't use it. I need to give it one more chance and see if I can get some love out of it before I get rid of it. The Pure Festival palette. It was a BoxyCharm. This pink right here. If I knew how to properly depot, I would depot both of these colors and get rid of the rest. But since I don't, the whole stinking thing has to stay. This Makeup Revolution palette. I used to use this a lot. I just feel like I have so many colors in the same scheme. So this is going to have to be a move along. Which is sad for me because I really do love my Makeup Revolution palettes. And this one in particular is a favorite of mine. I really, really, really love all these colors here. This one has to stay. It has to. There's no ifs, ands, or buts. You got the Lemon Drizzle. Again, I have most of these colors. Even in Makeup Revolution palettes, I have most of these colors. It's gonna go. I hate to do it. I love my Makeup Revolution palettes, but that's gonna have to go. This has got a lot of the same colors as the last one did. It's got a lot of the pinks. It sucks, but it's gonna have to go as well. It's gonna have to go as well. Parting is Such Sweet Sorrow. This one I already know before I even open it. Yeah, that one's gotta stay. That one's gotta stay. This color right here, you can see how hard I've used Festive, Cosmopolitan. Trying to get it really in there without showing the mirror, but it's the Cranberries and Chocolate. I love it. I love it so much. And then you've got the Macaroon. Guys, these blues and these greens are so stinking pretty. It's got to stay. I know, I'm doing awful. Take a second to put some of these back in. Okay, then we got the Naked Chocolate palette. I keep holding on to this. I love the colors. I love it for a good nude palette. But now that I have the baked browns and I have so many others with brown colors in them, I think it's time. It's time to get rid of this one. So that one's going to have to move along. And then you've got the s'mores. And if I remember correctly, this is a lot of browns as well. Yeah, this, I mean, oh, look at those. They're so pretty, but they're one of the nude palettes. It's just going to have to make the cut. It's just going to have to go, guys. I'm convincing myself as much as anyone else. The baked browns, she stays. The e.l.f., like I said in a previous video when I did my vanity tour, this was my first eyeshadow palette. Low end. High end was the Heat. The e.l.f. Mad for Matte was the drugstore brand. My husband bought them both for me as he saw my love of makeup developing. It has to stay. It's got so much sentimental value. The ColourPop Mar palette, it's not even a question for me. I love this palette so much. It's gotta stay. The Butter London Natural Goddess. This is the one I was saying that blue color is similar in the Celestial Thunder. Be You Naturally. I really like this palette, but I think it's got to go. I'm not doing anything with it, and somebody else could be getting such great use out of it. The Morphe Nearly Nudes, it's going to stay. Got another Makeup Revolution. This is Salted Caramel. I mean, look at that blue. It's got to stay, guys. It's got to stay. I know, I'm not doing great actually convincing myself to get rid of things, but it's got to stay. The Mini Jawbreaker is staying, of course. How could she not? The Celestial Thunder, I've already used this twice. So, it's got to stay, guys. The Emily Wants palette, please don't shame me in the comments. I broke her lid. I was using her the other day, which is why she's got to stay, because she's actually been recently used. All of my Morphe palettes are going to stay. I really love my Morphe palettes. All three of them are ridiculously sized, but they're going to stay. Now we're going to get into some difficult ones. The Urban Decay Little Mini Honey, that's going to stay. I love it a lot. The Zulu by Juvia's Place is absolutely going to stay. I love that palette so much. The Violet Voss Essentials. I love these colors. I really do. I think it's a fantastic palette. I think it's got great pigmentation. Guys, it does nothing for me. It doesn't inspire me in the least. Which is a shame, because it's an amazing palette. I have nothing terrible to say about it, but she's got to go. The Venus by Lime Crime. I'm going to do this the same way as I'm doing the other one. I'm going to see if I can't get anything good out of it, like the distortion. The Christine Leanne. I mean, it speaks for itself. I've had it forever, and it looks almost untouched. It's got to go. BH Cosmetics Galaxy Chic. I actually do reach for this one a fair amount. So I'm going to let myself keep that one, but I think Supernova's got to go. I never touched this palette. I love the colors in it. It's so pretty. See that Pisces right there. Oh, guys, am I awful if I keep it just for Pisces and Nova? I have to have that green in my life. It's gonna go. It's gonna stay. So I cut 10 palettes out. Okay, well, I still have 28 palettes, but I did get rid of 10 of them. So I don't think that's awful. I cut a third of them. So to me, that's a win. I have way more space over here if you want to really see it. I know I'm awful at holding the camera, but you can see all this was packed, and now there's actual space in there. They're not going to stay like that. I'm going to have to reorganize them. OCD about stuff like that. So this is not the final form, but I mean, like I said, I did cut a third of it out. I know there are a lot of people out there that have way more makeup than I do and probably don't declutter half as often. But it kind of stresses me out when I see this area getting out of control, because I do get BoxyCharm and I do get Ipsy and I do go shopping, and I just feel like there's no use in holding on to something if I know I'm not using it. And these are things I genuinely am using. So that being said, I hope you enjoyed this video. Let me know if there's something you think I shouldn't have decluttered. Let me know if there's something you think I should have decluttered. I hope y'all are having a wonderful, wonderful day. Please don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Comment down below. Tell me what your thoughts were on this video. If you just like April, no. Awful declutter. Don't do it again. That being said, I'll see y'all in the next video. Bye.